Hello, well-prepared tubers, and welcome back. Let's play some more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance with me, Blue Ankylo, your cheatin' pal. We got to do some cheating today, and this is I think this episode coming up, or this next chapter, has got some good cheating possibility if we get to it. We'll see how it goes. I've been promising some cheating, and other than some stats, hasn't been all that impressive. Just a little cheating. So what I have done, you may notice on the load screen. I have two save files. One is in advanced mode, which is, I don't know, I don't even know what that is supposed to stand for. ADV, Adventure, Advance, Advent Calendar, Advice. Anyway, that's the ready to go prep. So I have skipped along on my own and got all the preps that I want ready separately. Whereas this is where we were at the end of the last episode, where we're going to start the beginning of the chapter. So what my plan is, and I'm going to probably try to do this. So this is a test run today, but the plan is read through the dialogue, show you the story, have a quick overview of the preps, and then just load in the ones where I thought about it. Make sense? Save some time? We'll see. Let's do it. And I may have rigged a couple level ups a little bit, It's not particularly hard when you have some time and you can reset your game, Nothing too crazy, though, I promise. Good morning, Ike. May I have a moment of your time? Sure, what's up? Our expenses, the ability to fight, current status of troops. These are all things that you must know, for I am computer. I see, can you just print out a copy or something? That's my job, to read it right. Understood. Let me hear it. Very well. Printing out. You have earned 4,000 gold. You have spent 5,000 gold. You now have this many gold, and have this much combat XP. Oscar was MVP, and you recruited Ilyana. Thank you. I am computer. That is all. Yeah, okay, thanks. Thanks for printing that out. I'll give you a report before each battle. I hope it helps. Sure, yeah, that's great, thanks. Thank you, Commander. I will do my best, but if I have your leave, I must be going. I need to recharge my battery. Okay, see, we get to preps pretty quick. So, I did do one support that I'm pretty confident that I wanted, and then I just chose not to do the other. So we've got two unlocked. We have Titania plus Reese. I don't think... Neither of these are characters that I'm super committed to long-term. Titania's totally fine, but we can maybe do better than Reese. I don't know. It's not a huge issue. They're fine, but I don't want to lock that in unless... I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. But anyway, the Ike Soren one seems very, obviously, like a good one. I think it's the only one for Soren, and I want to use Soren, I guess. Seeing as we're training him up, let's see what he has to say. So, that's how much we spent. Supplies are running low. We need dried meat, fresh fruit. Ike, respond. Sorry. You can handle this all. I wasn't paying that much attention. I would never have guessed. Sorry, Soren. Look, could you run the report by me again, or just seriously print it out and add it to my pile? You're tired, Ike. Get some rest. You need a cot. Humans require sleep every day. How can you tell? Of course, all humans require food, and when you are not sleeping enough, your eye twitches. My sensors can indicate that you are lacking rest and recuperation. That's kind of strange. Get sleep. I can manage things for a few hours. I do not require rest or nourishment. Well, I'm pretty beat. Go. You know, Soren, you're not nearly as insensitive as the others say. Deep down, you're a big softie. That does not compute. Fine, I'm going. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It just seems natural for him to be a computer. I don't know what else to say. Information. Little story bits. What's wrong, Soren? Yes, everything's ready. You only have a few robes and some mushy books. I'll probably zip through these a little quickly. They're just some flavor text, mostly. The burden of unnecessary items is something I detest. Me too, yeah. We're alike. Beep boop. What is that? You've got that worried look again. Well, yes. We are much alike. Please, share my room. Everything's really slow, aren't they? Everyone. Shall I go and see what is taking them so long? Don't worry about it. Sitting here in the morning in the sunlight helps me understand. I'm alive, I've got trustworthy friends. It's how I know I can go on. Just hope I'm not fooling myself. You are not. No, you are not. Well then, it's business as usual. I know we'll have our troubles, but let's set our soldiers straight and get on with it. Understood. So, I'm not like huge in the community fanfic stuff. You know, that's not really my thing. But Soren X Ike is definitely a thing you can't really avoid. For those of you into it. I'm not sure how much Soren is actually interested in Ike as a partner or a friend or something. Or Soren is just super computer. Maybe this is like a 2005 version of neurodivergence for him. I don't know. It's always read a little strange to me, though. Hard to really figure out what's up with him. Ah, Ike, good morning. Yes, good morning. If I said I was... what did I miss? Are you alright? If I said I was, I'd be lying, but I'm doing my best. Oh, social... I love small talk. Yesterday, I was so confused. Then I awoke this morning and saw the blue sky upon my face. I thought, I'm alive. The sunlight was warm. I mean, it's always warm, but for some reason, it made me want to cry. Oh. It's up to us. We must live the fullest lives we can. We have to live for mother and for father. We mustn't dishonor their memory. So, I think I may think about them and I may cry, but I'll carry on. Yeah, you're right. Everything you said is correct. We'll carry on together. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I have to hurry up. I'll see you later, bro. Yeah, look at the time. Get a move on. I don't know. I think Mist and Ike are kind of cute, at least. They're alright. Hey, good morning, Ike. How are you feeling today? Yesterday's battle? Rough one. Hi, Oscar. Yeah, I'm sore. Every muscle in my body hurts. Hopefully I'll feel better after I move around for a while. I hope so. I hope for the same. When I woke up, it was all I could do to get out of bed. We're lucky to be alive. If those two beast fighters hadn't arrived when they did, we might be all wiped out. Yeah, seems that way. Ike, I can't say I know what you're going through or how you feel, but you should try to remember that I don't even have my eyes open and I'm fighting enemies. I mean, yeah, the men we fought were professionals, trained under the command of a cunning tactician, but not invincible. You're saying they follow certain rules and patterns? Like an artificial intelligence controls their actions and they always go and heal after they take some damage? Yes, I see. I can learn. I understand. I can see the matrix. We can change their behavior by setting the variables so and such. We won't lose next time. Yarr! What? For an instant there, you look just like Commander Grail. Well, I am his son. It wasn't that. It was more like an aura or a hunch or something. No, it wasn't any of that. I don't know. Look, it was just like the core of your character. It felt the same. Sorry, that must have sounded pretty stupid. Oscar. Commander. From now on, when I practice, you want to join? I would be more familiar with the fighting style of knights. Of course! If there's anything I can do to help, you only need to ask. Wait, when did the Matrix come out? Like early 2000s? Did it come out before Fire Emblem? Maybe. I think it did. That sounds about right. Boss, morning. Morning. You ready to go? Yep, all set. Doesn't matter how late I go to sleep. I can always rise before sunrise, I guess. I can leave whenever. I'm sorry. You know, for everything that's happened, all that? Oh, it's nothing. But it's been rough on you. I could say the same. It hasn't been easy joining a band of wanted mercenaries and fighting every day. Oh, it's not so bad. We were forced to join by whims of fate. Not by choice. I know my father said you had a debt to repay, but he's not here anymore. If you want to leave, I won't stop you. What? Oh, times like this, I never have any idea what I'm supposed to say. None. Darn, hold on. Yesterday, in the middle of that giant mess, you didn't give up, boss, and I knew that's how a true man lives, so I gotta follow you see? I guess? That's my story, boss. So do me a favor and don't tell me to get lost. I'm good to have around, you'll see. If that's how you feel, I guess I understand. I'm counting on you. I wouldn't know how to let you down. And finally, Ike, are you prepared? Can we depart? It's taking more time than I thought. I'm sorry for making you wait. I see. I will talk with you as we wait. Grr. Grr. My words, are they, well, can you understand them? Sure, no problem. That is good. Mordecai is not so good with this language. What language do you normally use? With others of my tribe, I need no words. I say all I must with gestures, and with, how do you say, growl. Oh, that's convenient. Yes, but our tongue does not let us talk to other tribes. That is not good. That is why we learn these modern words. I would think that would be enough, being able to speak with all your friends, huh? Oh, don't need to talk to strangers, just talk to your friends. It is not. If there is danger or conflict, we can use words to avoid a fighting that need not be. So, using words that many can hear is good. Using words to avoid unnecessary fighting. You sound like maybe you're more civilized than I am. That is one way to think about it. Mordecai's alright. I like Mordecai. It's too bad I don't love the mechanics around Laguz, but Mordecai I actually think is a pretty cool dude. Okay, info done. Support done for now. I have, at this phase, 1000 bonus XP. I've spent about half of it. Most of it went to units that had partial level ups. And you'll see that in just a moment when we reload. Just like 1 or 2 level ups for the people that are kind of maybe needing a little bit of a bump. I think I gave Ilyana and Mia a couple. Maybe like 1 for Oscar, 1 for Reese, 1 for Soren, that kind of thing. Nothing too crazy. Other things of note for preps. We do have another forge. I made a +5 lance. It's pretty expensive compared to the axe, at least. Well, it's a bit more expensive than the axe. So you'll see a +5 lance coming up shortly in the new run. To get that, we sold the red gem, and I also sold the elixir because honestly, 1500 gold is better for buying items right now than for healing. I think that's all I sold in my preps. We can now buy javelins, but not hand axes. So I bought a couple javelins, a wind tome or 2, and try to make sure I've got enough iron baby weapons just so I can use them. And I think I bought another heal staff. And I think that's it. We didn't have enough money to do too much. And then I just traded some items around as you'd expect. Okay, let's see the dialogue in the next phase. This place brings back such memories. It hasn't changed in the slightest. Titania, have you been to Gallia before? Long time ago, when I was still a knight of Crimea, I volunteered as a military officer exchange program. Spent some time studying at the Royal Palace. I get it. That's why you weren't surprised when we saw the lagoons. Yes. Ah, I've missed the sea. When the setting sun strikes the water, it's almost as though the horizon is on fire. Now you think about it. My father knew where the old castle was. He sure acted like someone who's been in Gallia before. Was he here with you? Mm-hmm. And we weren't the only ones. You've been here too, Ike. What? Ike? Oh, it's Mordecai. You should probably say hi. Yeah, but we can finish the talk later after we reach the castle. Too cryptic. What is it, Mordecai? Do you tire? Should we rest? No, I think we're okay. Good. Bjork are such a weak species. Distance like this is nothing. Any Laguz worth his claws could cross it in a single bound. Leith. It's just the truth. If you persist in this way, you will shame the king. You sound like a fool. Sss, you are my subordinate. Never speak to me in such a way. What is wrong is wrong. You are a fierce warrior, Leith, but when it comes to the Bjork, you are far too stubborn. What did you say? Come on, calm it down. How is she in charge? Mordecai is way more powerful than Leith. Wait, what is it? The smell on the wind. Iron. It is the smell of weapons, the smell of Bjork. Heavily armored, well armed. Are you sure? I mean, we could just see them. But he smelled them first. General Kotaf, the Crimean mercenaries have entered our area of operations. Haha, they're trapped. Call every last man, ready for battle. We will stop them here. And now there's millions of them. Fort Tata? Black armor. They're Danes, man, alright? You're saying this some sort of invasion force is still here? Dane worms, they strut about in Galayan forests as though they own it. I won't stand for it. Grr. The castle to the south. Many Bjork inside. They carry iron weapons. I smell. Not good. Tatiana, everyone together. Titania, I mean, not Tatiana. Look, different person. Ah, understood. What now? What do you mean? We fight. If you hope to crush the worms, you do well to capture the ruins in the south. Since you probably want to flee, there is an escape route. We're fighting. Oh? There are times when running has its advantage, but I don't think we'll lose. I see. I will also fight. Good, we could use the help. Alright, Ike, everyone's here. Alright, let's go. I want you two to take Mist and roll for retreat. Of course. We're counting on you, be careful. Everyone who can fight, grab a weapon. Grail mercenaries, roll out. Okay, and that's all I need to do for where I left off. So let me load the other game, and I'll just give you guys a quick update on what I actually did. Without having to spend too long. Alright, so we'll go back for a second here. So as you may expect, some bonus XP has been spent. I spent about half of it, like I said. Mia, I definitely remember giving a level, plus the XP is at 0, which tends to mean I did a level. I think 1 or 2 to Ilyana. I think she got a strength point and a little bit of magic and speed. Oscar, I don't know. I can't remember what everyone got. It's not super relevant, the exact stats. But with the ability to rig a level up fairly easily, with bonus XP, I felt like it was worth at least a little bit. I wanted to save some bonus XP for later, because, you know, we can always use it on new characters, right? You can see our setup. I did buy double wind for Sorin, and we are no longer weighed down by them with 1 strength. I bought a bunch of heal staves. I've got that Iron Lance +5 I was talking about right there. Big boy. Let's see. I have, I think, a couple spare hand axes and javelins. Those are things I buy the most. And that's kind of it. Nothing else too crazy. I moved some of the bands around. Ilyana needs the magic boost a little bit more than Sorin. So Sorin gets skill and speed, I think. And it's just something on everybody, basically. It doesn't make the big... I mean, 5% is 5%, but it's not much. And I think that's it. Okay, so let's talk about the map before we... Yeah, that didn't take too long. So, the objective is capture this point. Seize objective. I think this is our first seize. Other than the intro battle. Like chapter 1. I think. So, we've got a boss here. Halberdier with a couple weapons. And a interesting drop. Also, uniquely on a castle tile that heals him every turn by a percentage of his max HP, I believe. That might be relevant for possible options. The real trick on this map is to get to these 2 buildings. There are some special items in there that we would like to pick up. However, we don't have a lot of time before these pirates. I think it's the pirates specifically that go for them. But sand, this is, I think, the first map with sand. It is a pain to move through sand. It is particularly bad for cavalry. So my general plan will be cavalry move down and start skirmishing with these guys. Most of the ground units, I think mages particularly do well in sand, but pretty much everyone else is going to go the sand route. And we need to do some shoving. If I remember correctly, there's no way to get to the houses without shoving in time before they get burned. So you're going to have to do some tricky first couple rounds. That said, I'm fairly confident we'll be okay. We also have Mordecai and Leith. I'll talk more about them once they join for real. Spoilers, they join for real. But they're not actually joined for real just yet. Right now they are in this is kind of a special ally phase when they're yellow. We actually can sort of control where they go and what they do, but it's more of a general feeling, a vibe coding, rather than go here attack. You'll see soon enough, but basically you can send them to attack and they'll suicide, or you can tell them to guard somewhere and they'll just guard there. Mostly we keep them out of the way, and we will talk about what Lagoos mean in transformations and stuff once we have control of them. So I think that's it. I suppose if I put Mia up front, it's easier to push her than Boyd. She's got less, you know, defense and survivability. Actually, what am I talking about? She's got more defense than Boyd does. She's got less hit points. But, we can shove her more easily, and I think she will do quite well against Axe guys. So, is she on a good biorhythm? She's on a terrible biorhythm. Well, it is what it is. Save. And I will now save over our initiative. I'll just use the top slot there for preps. Alright, fight it out. Oh, this map, bonus experience, if you want it, 8 turns, and you can get 300 if you go quick. However, we might be able to farm more than 300 experience if we do something else. See how I feel. I think that's all I need to do for the moment. Let's go. Ike? Yeah, you're supposed to be in the back, you and Rolf. Like, what are you doing? No, we're gonna fight. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Seriously, Mist, you two can't even wield weapons. I got this! It's a staff. Yeah, I made Reese teach me how to heal people with a staff. I just bonk them. I can heal injuries. I mean, you know, little ones. Like, little... No, get off. Go home. I'm here, too. Rolf, stop being such a brat, you little twerp. I'm good with the bow. I'm helping. Really? That's news to me. It's not a lie. That's right, he's not lying. Of course he's lying, he's just a child. Bow strength requires incredible upper body, like muscle and control. Or your draw weight is tiny and you just plink an arrow off and deal no damage. Come on. Come on, you need strength. What are you talking about, Mist? Rolf's really been practicing. He's really good at aiming at, like, you know, birds. And when did you learn how to use a bow? Well, I just, you know, yesterday I picked up this bow. Stop lying, you booger-eating brat. You can't just pick up a weapon and start firing. Someone's got to teach you. Nuh-uh, I'm a prodigy. I love child prodigies that think they're so hot. You don't know anything, Boyd. That's right, I'm a genius. This is ridiculous. You're gonna get killed. Enough. Aren't I the commander? Get out of here. Nuh-uh, we don't wanna. Rolf, all we do is sit and worry about you. We're tired. We're gonna fight by your side, and you can't do anything about it besides undeploy us next chapter. Is that so? Today, we cannot undeploy them, but tomorrow, they're done. How about it, Rolf? No doubt we'd rather be with you. Commander. Fine. No time for bickering. At least they're nearby. They'll be easy to protect. Oh, yay! You won't regret this, haha! Well, we get 2 new units. Let's start with the plus part of the 2 units. Mist. She's level 1. Hey, look, it's Miracle. I already don't like it very much. She's a prodigy with staves. She's got an E rank. She has 4 magic. She's a trainee, effectively. Except only heals. That said, she's not really any different than Reese. Reese just has a little bit more levels in him. I suppose 15 magic at level 9. I don't think she can do that. No. I mean, maybe he's gotten a little bit lucky on some levels. I mean, rigged. But either way, she does have worse bases. So it's going to take more levels to catch up, basically. The real trick with Mist is to get her promoted, actually. She gets a horse. And a mounted healer is actually really quite good. Let me talk about Mist's growth just briefly here. Another staff bot for utility isn't bad, assuming you've got deployment slots. I don't love warp strategies in general. It's not my thing, or just other like movement staffs and freezing staffs and stuff. But, you know, if you're into that kind of thing, there's definitely some value in having a couple of these guys around. For growth, we've got 50 health, 35 strength, oddly very high for a cleric, 50 magic, 25 skill, 40 speed, 60 luck, 15 defense, and 40 resistance. Her stats are pretty well-rounded, I would say. Very lucky, but very low survivability. I believe when she promotes, she gets access to swords, like a mounted sword healer. The thing is, you know, her survivability is bad. Her skill never gets too crazy. Speed's not amazing. Defense is bad. Resistance is pretty okay. Her hit points are not going to be amazing. So, like, even though she technically can sword and heal, which is kind of nice to be viable, it's not the best combo. I'd rather spell and, like, a mage knight, a horse with offensive magic and healing magic is way, way better than sword healing. At least in my opinion. Anyway, that's Mist. We'll see. There's some stuff you can do with her if you keep her around. There's at least a couple plot battles where she is perhaps relevant. I messed up my speed accidentally. That was just touching a key on my keyboard. Then we have Rolf, our first actual archer that we get to keep. Oh, Rolf, why do you exist? This is probably why I hate archers. It's mostly Rolf's fault. He's the first full-time archer I ever played with, seeing as Path of Radiance was my first Fire Emblem game. After this, I played the Game Boy Advance ones, where the archers were actually just as bad. Or even worse. No, they're better than Rolf. Maybe. Rolf's really, really bad. His only redeeming feature is he has a 100 accuracy, 8 might bow. Once it's broken, he has nothing. So this is considerably better than an iron bow, and you can use this to help train him up if you want. He still basically needs to be set up. 13 damage is garbage, so you'll need other people to set him up, enemies with like 5 hit points to kill. And as long as you can do that 45 times, he will get a bunch of experience and get a bunch of levels and still be a bow-locked garbage piece of garbage. Sorry, I mean, he's really not very good. He takes a ton of investment and, like, levels, experience, work, and he doesn't really ever turn out, in my opinion. I have trained him before, but, well, let's look at his stats. 60% growth on HP, 40 strength, 20 magic, 45 skill, 50 speed, 40 luck, 30 defense, 25 resistance. They are all low. Well, for Path of Radiance, strength of 40 is okay, but like good units have 50 or 60% strength. Similarly, none of his stats are higher than 50% growth. So he's level 1. He's got a lot of levels of potential growth, but each level is not really any more likely to be good than someone else. I think his level 1 stats are a fair bit worse than Ike at level 1, I think, and his growth rates in the stats that matter are lower, so it's even harder to get him to turn out. Plus, bows are just inherently not great. Now, sure, he's going to be, at the moment, our only anti-flyer, sort of. I guess wind magic works on flyers, but, you know, bows are effective against flyers. But, like I mentioned last couple episodes, weapon effectiveness against enemies in Path of Radiance isn't, like, a huge thing. Especially if your weapon's might is low, the effectiveness doesn't really do all that much. Like, it helps, but it's not that much. Anyway, that's Rolf. I don't really have much nice to say about him. He's just a liability. Let's get to work. So, I want Mia to get zooming, basically. I'm trying to decide. So, we could push her to here. And then, I don't think we can push Boyd. Okay, I think that's my plan. I mean, I could push her from here up, but I'm not sure how many pushes we need to do what I need to do, but you know what? Let me put down an early save state, just so that we can come back here quickly if things don't work out. I did give her an iron sword. She's in range of that guy. So we're just one out of range of the mage, probably good. Being in range of 2 axe guys should be fine. And then, like, reinforcements are on the way. You can walk through this too wide path, basically. So I think... Am I going to send everybody up? Not sure about this. This might be overcommitting. But I'm going to send all those guys. Also, I need Ike before I forget. I'm going to send him down with the rest. I think Mia's got the sword. We've got swords, we've got axes, we've got a couple of mages. I think they'll be fine. I'm going to send Ike this way for other reasons. And I need to remember, before the end of his turn, once you end your turn, you can't use this direct command. I want them to halt. Wait where they are. That's fine. Or target. This is like move to a location. So we can send them. Like, I don't really want these two to get in the way of anything. So, like, just go hide up here. There you go. And then we wait. So you can only do that with Ike on your turn before you end turn. Otherwise, they stick to their previous orders. Alright. Can we get to this? Yeah. This is just a steel sword. 18 damage should be no biggie. Iron Lance ready to go. I'll keep Titania nearby. Although, don't really want her getting a lot of kills if I don't need them. And I guess Miss stays near her bro. And I guess Ike follows, or Rolf follows Mist. For the most part, they need to just stay out of the way. So we get a special phase of battle. We get to see the transformation, and they are very fast. You know, kind of like mounted units while transforming. Get wrathed. Ooh. That was a 35% hit, by the way. I know you guys couldn't see it, but there it is. That's incredibly bad luck. If that other pirate hits her for another 35% and she dies, I'm going to be super mad. No doubling. You better not. If she got hit by 2 35s that just happened to do exactly enough damage to kill her, man, I'd be raging. Okay, that pirate we still need to get. He's not going to chase us. By the way, yes? If there is some special task you would ask of us, we are willing to listen. Like, open your ears. If you wish it, we shall follow your orders. But you must direct us. Really? You're willing to take orders? Sort of. If you don't direct us, we have no reason for being here. So spoke our king. But last night, that was an emergency. We thought you were in danger. You thought correctly. We were in danger. Thank you. You are welcome. Very well. Fight together. If you choose not to direct us, we shall do as we please. Okay, sounds good. Just stay out of the way. Alright, Mia. That was rough. I mean, she's got pretty good defense and stuff, but that was still just way too much damage on the 35. Okay, we are able to heal her. Seems pretty likely we're going to want to do that. I know it's in the way of my spellcasters, but... First broken heal staff. Alright, let's start blasting these punks. Yeah, I think other than that one unfortunate chance for me to die on round 1, I think this should be fairly straightforward. We actually can reach this guy immediately, which is pretty good. Of course, we're open to some other attacks. Let me just see what this looks like. That's 4 damage, although poison, which is trickle damage as well. And what's the wizard doing? 11 magic. It's only 6. She can definitely take a little bit of that. This is probably the play. I'm not sure if this guy will run away. If you're adjacent, I don't know what will happen. But I don't think I want to open her up to this guy, if I can help it. And I'm assuming we can kill these 2. That will require... Maybe Soren can one round this guy now? Ooh, that's a lot of HP. 14 damage times 2. I mean, we're getting pretty strong. It's just not enough. We do have this fancy axe. 18 times 2. Yeah. 13 times 2. 16. This is 1 damage shy. Alright, you know what? Super axe. You might as well use it. I spent good money on it. I don't want to, like, waste it, but this is a pretty good turn. In case you thought you might send your cavalry down to the beach, that guy would have made it a little bit rough. Alright, so this should be safe. 13 damage. Good. Get out of here. So yeah, this is basically why I wanted to train up with some bonus XP. Some of these guys, Boyd, Mia. This is just some of these early maps. You know, they're just built for these characters. I don't have anyone else to swap in anyway. And if Mia can't survive against these axe guys, who else are we going to use, basically? I could go for a bigger hit. 16 times 2 is not quite enough. I think we'll do the 12 times 2 with no miss chance, really. And the enemy hit is only 18%. It's pretty unlikely we get poisoned. But, you know, famous last words. Are you freaking kidding me, girl? 18%. It's actually lower than that. 2RN. That's got to be like a less than 10% chance to get hit. That's crazy. I don't think he'll attack Soren, but... The mage, maybe, but it's more likely the mage will go after Boyd. Alright. Let's try to stay out of the range of the next group for this turn. We got half-dead sword guy, steel lance, mage. I don't have a lot of units over here ready to kill. Maybe Ike just wraps this one up. Honestly, it would be way better if we could set it up so that everyone was attacking Oscar, and you could just counterattack them all. Ike is kind of over-leveled. I mean, he's getting close to his cap. Oscar could certainly still use some XP. Maybe Oscar can deal with the mage. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. And I got a pretty cool lance. Do we give him a little bit of healing? Can we protect? Miss. So these guys have got, what, 6? 1... I guess if... As long as Oscar can get back here, he's going to move... Like 1, 2, 3, 4, kill. 1, 2, 3. I think we're fine, but let me put a save down because I never like 100% trust my Canto calculations. Some games just calculate it a little differently than others. In Engage, the newest Fire Emblem at this time, If you canto, you just get 2 movement. So it doesn't really matter how much you move. You can basically take a 5-move unit and add 2 extra after the attack if you move 7 in attack. However, if you move 1 in attack, you still only canto 2 more, I believe. So there, we're good. And I think we leave Titania with an axe equipped, because I don't really want them to attack her. They'll probably just go for Ike, but... Alright, pretty good first couple turns, other than the Mia incident. We're just farming the sword rank, you know. We want to get to A rank swords. So for this map, the way I remember it, the biggest trick is just getting your desert group moving quickly enough. We didn't need to push down on the overworld at all. The trick is just getting the pirate dealt with quickly. And of course we got hit by that friggin'... We got hit by an 18%, a 35%, and now a 50%. And he's running, yeah. Okay, poison doesn't do much. If I push, we could heal her. She's gonna have to be exposed to more than I would like to get this guy. No, we're gonna use Boyd for him this turn, I think. Because we can use Boyd at range 2. And let everyone catch up a little bit. Unless... No, Soren can't make it to this guy without a push. We don't have a lot of pushes ready. 2 hits? I mean, we've got pretty good odds of one of them hitting, right? Please, Boyd. Thank you. Thank you. It's upwards of 75-80% chance that one hit. So. Alright. How's his save for the moment? Hey, B rank axes. He's getting there. He's getting there. Alright, I think Ilyana, you can just... Oh, you can't shove, actually. You know what? I guess Soren's just pretty good. All those levels we gave him, that's a crit, I believe. He's conserving Wind Tome usages by critting so he doesn't have to use it twice. And there we go. So that was one entire Wind Book plus another attack. And we got to from B to C. I expect we're not too far off of a fire rank up either, but... The sad thing is, I don't think there is even an A rank Wind Tome in Path of Radiance. The best tomes, I think there's a really high ranking Fire and Lightning Tome, but I don't think there's an A rank Wind. So it's kind of a weird thing there. I don't know what they were thinking when they decided that. Alright. Heal up a little bit. We're not in a huge rush now. So let's get the team together. The poison lasts 4 turns, you can see at the top there. Now, if I had an antitoxin or a restore staff, we could deal with it, but we do not. Alright, next group. Maybe we start luring these guys over, or at least one of them. Steel Lance is 20 damage, and then 60. So we need someone that can take a hit to enter that zone, if that's what we want. Probably just Oscar. So we could put him in there with a javelin, maybe. That looks pretty good. I didn't math it out again, but I'm fairly sure he can take a couple shots. Okay, we're out of range of this guy. I'm not sure which direction I'd rather that one move. I guess I could have Ike lure him over. As long as someone else kills this, well, there's not really anyone left, is there? I'm not even gonna bother. You know what, Titania? For the sake of ease, you can kill this guy, and then Ike can draw out. I'm not even really in a rush, so this is like I'm just giving up a little bit of XP here to do this. We have plenty of time. Plus, I'm not planning on the BXP anyway. But I'd like to show, I guess, getting to the final zone here before the timer. I mean, I haven't revealed my secret strat yet. But we have 5 turns to get here, and if I can do that, you know, show that off. All right, we need to be here basically, if possible, and we might as well heal first. So yeah, honestly, having a second healer, not a big problem. It's just Rolf that's mostly useless. Sorry, Rolf lovers. If there's one of you out there, he's really not very helpful. Basically just liability with a bow. Okay, lure this guy over. Should be easy. I was gonna say 11%. Better not get any ideas, video game. Oh, that's not great. Could have set that up a little better. Oh well. Someone was probably yelling at me, "Ah, Blue! You left Reese exposed! How could you?" Stomp, stomp, stomp. Hey, it's better than Super Nintendo heavy armors that the animation takes like a full minute as they slowly walk over as a crab to swing their spear or whatever. Oh, look who it is. Let's see now. Where are they? Aha! I found them. Alright. So we have another green unit that maybe can join up. And yeah. So the goal is kill, lure safely. Maybe that's Soren's job. I don't think there's a spell triangle, is there? I never remember. Some Fire Emblems, there's like a, you know, fire beats wind, wind beats lightning, or something like that. I can't remember if that exists in this one. Well, I feel like 13, 15. Take 8 damage, but we live it. I mean, because we can never dodge a 31%. I swear Mia is cursed. That's insane. Like, we've been playing, you know, fairly safe, but man, she just cannot seem to dodge. Alright, can you... Alright, no doubling on, maybe we use Ilyana to lure the mage over, and then Soren kills this guy from safety. Yeah, Soren's definitely the superior mage at the moment. His speed is considerably better than Ilyana's. I think that was an adept proc. I think. In the sequel, Radiant Dawn, I believe there's a little text pop-up that shows you when skills activate. In this one, you just have to see the animation and just know, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna move Boyd over here. We're gonna have Reese do a little healing, because Mia never dodges. And I guess Ilyana will just lure over. Might as well use Thunder, I guess. It doesn't... I guess Fire is slightly more accurate. doesn't really make much difference, I don't think. Her resistance is pretty decent, so this guy can't even really hurt her. Okay, let's see. Next person to lure is the archer. Might be able to do that, maybe. Maybe not. You want to get a kill for Rolf? Is that possible? What do you guys think? It is the perfect damage. You're welcome. I used them. He killed one guy. Still only gets 36 experience. Still have my Regal Blade. That's actually only 18 damage. I wonder if these guys are strong enough that Titania can set up. Yeah. She no longer just absolutely destroys them. Okay, we're kind of getting to that point where Titania, I'm not going to say she's falling off, but she no longer is, like, one soloing these maps. Unless you give her some levels, at this point, she needs a little help. Now, you could throw her a hammer or something and she'd be fine here. These guys have a lot of defense. But... it's totally fair. I'm not even upset. She had a good run of being completely unstoppable. Now she's just mostly unstoppable. So that's enough to get that kill. I should have checked here. Ah, yeah, that's good enough. Okay. If I kill Encanto, we can have Mist swap his equipped javelin to be his equipped weapon to be a javelin, and that way he can counter the archer if that's what we want. I think I'm okay with all this. I mean, I keep dodging these 50-50s. Mia gets all the bad luck, he gets all the good RNG. Alright, the big poke. Do I need it? Technically, no. 9 damage times 2. Let's just use the Steel Lance. It's a bit cheaper. And I think the hit rate is good enough. The Forged Iron Lance is pretty pricey. I think I spent like 2,200 gold on it. The thing is, you can only forge one weapon per chapter, so you really should every chapter. Even if you're making a suboptimal one, you should really be trying to forge one every time. Alright, more guys coming our way, no problem. Zero damage. I'll show you the power of magic. Yeah, enemy mages, at least in this point in the game, are still pretty weak. Like, if your units have 0 resistance, of course they're strong, but your own mages generally have so much resistance they completely outclass the early game. Oh, come on, Oscar. You're always doing this. Double miss. I feel like he misses more than he should, you know? Here we go, everyone's favorite. I was waiting. Yar har ho! Yo ho har! Scallywags of the sea are we. We fight like beasts and men do flee. We earn our gold with axes bold. Yar, ye scurvy bilge rat. Why aren't ye singing? Har, over there, Nadada. Fix your eyes on that. Do ye sees what I sees? Ho ho ho, what's this then? Humans battling humans here in Gallia? What in the briny beard of Shanty Pete is going on? Oi, do you think they may be the king's curse out to capture us and claim the bounty? Grr, har har har. Shall we unfurl the mainsail and steer for calmer waters? They're literally just standing on top of the water. Bite your tongue, ye kelp-brained idiot. We're pirates, we don't turn tail from government scum. I mean, literally that's what pirates do. I'm going ashore. Watch me and you'll see a true sea dog in action. Yar! Well said, you've set my blood a-boil. I'm with ye all the way, matey. Yar! Let's see what we can see then. Yar, me axe is sharp, me spirit is bold. Yar har ho. Yo ho har. Truly the best of this land. Okay, this is actually why I kept some units down here. Because we have to get here before this guy can get there. Which, you know, there's only so much time. We should be fine, but we can't really mess around too much. 13, not doubled. What? That's fine, I'll take it. We're just going to wing this turn a little bit, but I have a pretty good idea what I want. No one's really in any huge danger. This mage actually totally fine if they go for like Ilyana. $12 damage. If we hit, we get. If we miss, we pay. Alright, let's not risk counter damage right now. Please don't miss, though. Thank you. Good job. Alright, so... whoever we move up is in mage country. I think Mia's got to kill this mage. Then we might as well heal her and send Boyd over with the hand axe. They'll probably ignore him if he can swing the hand axe back. Probably. So they'll send the magic user on like Mia or something. I mean, I don't know, but... actually can't make it. He blocks the way. Just farming that heal XP. No big deal. NBD, as the kids say. Alright, almost resolved. Don't worry about those guys just yet. Oscar, how would you feel about killing this archer? 13-13 if you don't miss. Nice, nice. Oh, I could have saved to cheat the level. I didn't think about it. Ah, that's fine. Skill, speed, luck. Those are all decent. There is a secret line somewhere around here. When you cross, some more reinforcements show up. I don't remember exactly where it is. It's somewhere over there. I suppose we need to let Marcia talk to Ike. She does move 8 tiles, though, so it's better for her to come to us. I don't think there's any reason to take Rolf down to the beach. And I'm just going to keep Ike a little bit back, because he needs to talk to the new girl. We'll probably move those at some point, but for now they can stay in the corner. Alright. Yar har ho. Good dodge. Bad dodge. Good hit. I mean, to be fair, we only had 61%, so missing one, that's okay. Alright, she's coming. Hey, look, all the reinforcements showed up. Alright, a bit of an exciting turn, but there's a pretty good choke point here. I do think the enemy, like the boss's units, will move if you get too close. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's not going to get into trouble this turn, at least. So for now, I'm pretty sure this guy on the left will run over here at some point. Okay, we might be able to lure one down. He's got a hand axe. Let's see how we do here. Sure. 6 damage. Oh, there is a magic triangle. Look at that. Lightning beats fire, fire beats wind. Hey, it does exist. Sure, we'll just not go against the triangle then. I feel like it matters so little in Path of Radiance. Like, that's how little I care about it, is I forgot it existed. I knew, like, it's like it might exist, but I couldn't confirm it. It's one of those things. Alright, we are definitely on pace to get in here in time, no problem. And do we let Soren take an axe? I think we do. I'd rather fight them separately if possible. Although we will have... depends on where they go, but we'll have Martian nearby. That one, like, 18% poison axe hit. It's just giving Reese all the XP. Don't I have a button to, like, take me to the next... Yeah. The button that takes you to the next unused unit. Alright, sword, 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 sword. Lots and lots of swords. And then javelins and stuff. I actually think we just use Oscar. We pull back a little bit and let them just break on him. So they can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just put them somewhere around here. Maybe out of range of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can put them like here. And just have a regular lance on counter. And I think I want Marcia to talk to Ike. I want Miss to not get killed. I want Rolf to not get killed. I don't want them to be lured over to Titania. I just think Oscar is the best pick for all that XP, so see how that goes. To be fair, Marcia might be okay, but you gotta be very careful with Pegasus Knights. I'll have you know, Marcia was my first unit lost in permadeath when I first played this game when it came out. And I didn't realize it was permadeath, because, well, I think I might have had an idea, but, you know, I wasn't sure of the mechanics. And she died, not on this map, but a couple maps after. And I didn't realize it until the end, and I'd saved it, and I was really, really upset. I think I had a couple permadeaths that I didn't reload, but pretty quickly once I caught on to how Fire Emblem works, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to reset. You can't stop me. And now I just use save states to not have to redo the entire fight. Occasionally. Although, to be fair, we don't have units die very often. It's pretty darn rare. I feel like my general, like, difficulty intuition is... It's not perfect, but it's relatively well-refined, I would say. My gamer sense. I do like how he's doubling steel sword guys. These, they're not, like, super speedy. Their stats are kind of garbage, but they are faster than a lot of enemies. Alright, Marcia made it. Ike! Hey, you're that Pegasus girl. That's right, it's me, Marcia! As promised, I'm here to pay my debt. I'm joining. Join us, but I thought you were one of the holy Pegasus Knights of Begnion. Psst, I resigned. So, what do you say? You let me in? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, I mean, you sure? I'll be honest, we're kind of destitute. We got like 50 gold in the bank. Your wages will be a pittance compared to what you're used to. And I don't know how expensive it is to upkeep a Pegasus. So, what are you saying? No? No, I'm just saying you'll be losing all your money. Psst, I won't lose out on anything. Plus, I work twice as hard as anyone. Come on, let me join, please. Well, if that's what you want, let's try. We're short-handed, though, so you're gonna be busy. Yes, that's what I want. She's probably the attention deficit girl of the team, I guess. She just wants to buzz. Hey, we're no longer poisoned. Time to get poisoned again. I don't know. I like my zoom to be fairly zoomy. Maybe like 1 out or something like that. Okay, where do we go first for today? For this chapter. Yeah, we've got like basically we had 1 turn to spare before this guy was going to make it and destroy that. Now we could go, you know, get the item immediately, but maybe it'd be better to start throwing axes. We're still probably going to get poisoned, but at least we're doing some damage. I mean, we theoretically could crit. I mean, we hit 267s. That's pretty lucky. Good job, Boyd. And then, anyway, the houses are safe. So hand axe guy missed. But we can't really get up there. This is a boss. We shouldn't completely ignore his ability. Now, I think he can move a little bit further. This is a C tile, but he can move through 2 C tiles. So, like, he's going to be able to move a fair bit down if we stay here. Then again, maybe we could just blast him with magic? I don't know. I don't think that's a great plan. I think Reese... I think we move back a little bit. Vuln up. Yeah, as long as we're not getting hit twice. I have a feeling... Oh, you get 5 move, 5 move. This guy has to go C-tile, coast tile. This is the same. C-tile, or C-tile, coast tile. So I think he will be able to attack Sorin or Ilyana if we stay there. Do I push him 1 more square? Risk being attacked twice. Poisoned again. Or I could stand here and push down. Not sure if that will save him. Let's put a save down. These are rather difficult to calculate unless you know the maths really well. Oh, this is a C tile. There's no way he's going to make it to attack there. You know what? I think I'm okay with, So it's a 20 damage axe and a 17 damage hand axe. That's 11 plus 8. She does survive both hits, but surely their aim is not going to be that good. Right? Alright. Hopefully we've got enough power to kill him next turn, otherwise this group's going to be in a bit of trouble. They're a little bit isolated. We do have Marsha. Let's talk about Marsha for a second. Our first flying unit, and legitimately the potential to be one of the best units in the game, without any doubt, really. Flying is just so good, and spears are strong. And the method of, you know, weight reduction being based on strength means her potentially low build doesn't really matter because she'll eventually have enough strength to use 11 weight javelins just fine. I think she can already use an Iron Lance, just fine. Needs an Iron Lance really for more damage. But yeah, Pegasus Knight. Flying is good. Movement is good. Range 1-2 weapons is good. Base stats, not terrible for level 5. Like, they could be worse. I've definitely gotten units in my team that had probably worse stats than that, including defense. Her defense isn't even that bad for a Pegasus Knight. I've seen considerably weaker starting Pegasus. So for first Pegasus, she is actually quite solid. But, you know, if you're not careful, she definitely can die. Easy to overextend and get shot out of the sky. Growth rates, 55 health, 40 strength, 20 magic, 50 skill, 55 speed, 40 luck, 25 defense, 30 res. 40 strength, not terrible on a Pegasus. And skill speed are both 50 or higher. Luck is nice, I guess. And she does have some defense and res. She's not a crazy high resistance Pegasus. In some games, Pegasus are specifically anti-spellcasters and get, like, great resistances. That's not exactly true here. She's not, like, bad resistance, but it's not her specialty. She's a speedy flyer that's passably strong. She also starts with that Pegasus band. I think this might be the last one. No, there's, like, a Wyvern one we don't have yet. This one is luck and resistance, which is not a very good one. So we might want to switch that out with strength defense for her, which we do have somewhere. Okay, and that's all I have on my notes to check. Can you access... I guess you don't have access to the convoy. This is one of those games where you don't just get a free convoy by your lord. That's okay. So we got to kill 3 dudes, if possible. I have a feeling her combat right now is going to be a little bit shaky. Yeah. She does still double, but they're not doing very much damage. Now, if I set things up correctly, Oscar can end up in a position where she can pick up the +5 lance. I did kind of build it for her. I mean, it's great on Oscar, but she needs a little bit of help, and he doesn't need very much help right now. Oh, he's about to get a level as well, by the way. I think we set up... Well, let's see if I can get one. 8-8, that's not even close. How about Rolf? What do you say, buddy? 7 damage? Not too bad, I guess. Okay, Ike, I trust. This is fine. I think Oscar will javelin finish this guy off. I mean, in theory. And then I can trade the lance over and kill the swordsman. And I do have Titania as backup if things go really badly. Perfect damage, strictly speaking. Oh, come the frick on, man. You know what? I refuse. That's just... Man. So, like, with 2 RN, 73% is maybe more like 85%. And we missed 2 in a row. You could probably calculate the math. I'm pretty sure missing 2 in a row at a 73% displayed accuracy, that's less than 10%. That might be like a 5% chance to miss both. Just ridiculous, frankly. I mean, it's fine. It's just... Alright, let's take that better lance. That certainly makes things a lot easier. Even a regular iron lance probably would have done it, but... Alright, good. So yeah, she is worth training for sure. They'll probably go after Ike. So what if we go tradesies, just for, you know, lance preservation purposes. Oh, I had a chance to attack with the hand. It's fine. Titania doesn't need the XP anyway. This is like, she'll probably go after Marcia, or they'll probably go after Marcia. And we can do a little bit of healing. Looks like we got this map mostly locked down. Let's see how the pirates do. That's pretty much the last, like, variable. 5%. Oh no, 18%. Mine is glitched, but they have an 18%. Thank goodness that didn't hit again. Enemy 23%, still tiny. Scallywags of the sea are we earn our gold with axes bold. Alright. Leaving her there was the right call. And she's getting better at it. 21%. Thank you. And we had our 3% crit. Nice. Overkill. That would be 42 damage? Is a crit triple still? Or is it just double? I didn't remember in this game. Ow. Can't even double that guy. Lame. Well, she needs a little bit of training, so to speak. Just a little bit of training. Okay, so yeah, we'll try to get a kill there with Marcia. I'll try. We'll see how it's looking. 13-13. Perfect kill. Oops. 5 damage. 8 and 8. That plus the +5 lance should do it. I think. Oh, level up time. Didn't save this one. Didn't need to. That's all I care about. Good job, Ike. Good job, Ike. He's got to be doing pretty decently on stats right now. Like, he's only got 3 more levels, and then he's capped for now. He could get max speed. I think some strength and defense would be nice, but he's doing pretty good. 12 damage. We could miss. Just don't miss. Does that cost me a use? I don't think it does. You don't have a javelin or anything. Okay, we can heal her. And, I don't know if that guy's gonna move. It's okay if he does. If she's at full health, she can take a hit, I think. Famous last words. Okay, let's forget about that for a second. North side. The Boyd. Doesn't have much to do, so he goes for the low odds of the hand axe. Doesn't need odds, just hits anyway. Never tell Boyd the odds. Alright, so this guy's gonna give a lot of XP to whoever gets the kill. Given that he's level 18. That's the highest enemy yet, other than promotion, I suppose. Those guys aren't going to be able to get to us. I guess, you know, Ilyana. The illest of Yanas. It's only 1 hit there. Okay, she'll need a little bit of help. I have a feeling Soren just kills him, though. Actually not. I mean, he could. He could have gotten a depth technically. Alright, Soren. I refuse. I don't know. I don't know if he's been stat blessed or cursed, but some of these level ups, I just say no. Come on, game. Sure, good enough. 4 stat ups are all pretty solid. If we're going to be doing a little bit of cheating today, we might as well do a little bit of cheating here early. Preemptive cheating. Scallywags of the sea are we An end like this is quite worthy. Disintegrates into magic dust. Alright, Ilyana. That's a very good level, thank you. That is what I want to see. Okay, well, we're expecting this to be fairly straightforward. Is this another level up? Do we get triple levels? Ooh, just barely. I mean, I didn't need to save it. I just got one bad level, and then I told the game enough, and now it's being, you know, much more generous with the levels. All right, tiny little bit of healing, no big rush there. Eek! Humans! Urk! Come on. You are so rude. If you can't tell, I'm playing dead, so go away. Why? Because my mother told me, if you ever meet a Bjork, play dead, and it will leave you be. Now, is that not true? I knew it wasn't true, I knew it! I'll just take this and get out of here. I hate humans. Now, we don't have to worry about being poisoned anymore. If I want 10 people to be not poisoned. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we failed to kill. We're going to find out if this magic guy ruins everything. I'm going to put another save in because I could theoretically... if things go badly, there are some things I could do to fix it. See what happens. You know, Lagoo's over there just transforming, untransforming, whatever. Alright. 70%. Thank you. Yeah, the mages didn't move. Okay. So these guys, I don't think actually move. Gotta be a little bit careful with enemies with counter. He does have a range 2 weapon. This one does not. And then, of course, these guys are. So we just cleaned this up. Shouldn't be that difficult. Pirates of the Sea are we. Still venom axes for thee. Maybe just do some lightning magic. 15 times 2, it's almost a kill. 16 times 2 is exactly a kill. I mean, I can't turn that down. It's just too perfect. I might be able to do a little shoving here. Definitely a good mechanic to remember if you're playing along. It's not going to be a kill, but it sets me up just fine. Yeah, the ability to shove is really good. I love games that let you get extra mobility. Oh, cool, crit. Extra mobility and like there's like swap and there's all kinds of different things in different Fire Emblem games that let you do extra mobility. I definitely appreciate it when games add those in. Because I'll send Mia to go get the last item, I guess, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I think it's really good. Lots of fun mechanic. Helps a lot when you're just trying to reposition and keeps units that might otherwise be kind of garbage, you know, relevant longer. That's a double. So not enough damage double. I'm gonna do this. I think this is a level up. This will be your first level up, which, as always, is the most important. And a crit even, nice. Just showing off. Alright, Marcia, come on. There's no strength, but it's a good level. I can't turn it down. Okay, I don't think they move after that. However... Oh, well... I'm just going to do a little chip damage. This javelin's going to break anyway, so I might as well just use it a little bit. I kind of hate having, you know, 1, 2, 3 use weapons in my inventory. They just take up a slot, and it's just, they don't really accomplish anything. I would be shocked if they move. Oh, they do move. I'm shocked. How shocked am I? Do we die? Well, we got hit by a 58%. That might mean she dies, actually. No. Okay, maybe they only move if they take damage, so that's really Oscar's fault, but really it's okay. Maybe that's the mechanic. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen those guys move. But maybe I've just never, you know, not killed them in one hit. Like, once you'd start attacking them, I think, you know, normally you would just go for the kill. That's okay. Level 13 Armor Knight. Not that Ike needs the XP, but I do want to get rid of that sword, too. Oh, 8 and 8? Yeah, that's exactly enough. But yeah, that one-use iron sword is also something we want to break, I think. Don't worry, we've got a real good system for breaking weapons coming up. I don't know if this is... This must be a somewhat notorious map for this. I don't know. We'll see. We are weak to winds. We take a little bit extra damage here. Can I throw one javelin? Yeah, we don't actually double. I hope we hit, but it's not the end of the world if we miss. Except that if everyone misses and this guy activates, then Titania has to kill him. Nah, we're good. Aw, sad sound. No level up this turn. Slim Lance should have the highest accuracy. Yeah, we got 2 tries. Surely we're good here. Okay. Is that all the enemies on the map? We do need... We can save 1 turn here. So we're on turn 10. What did I say was the BXB limit? So we're already 2 turns below. We start with 300 bonus experience. We're actually at minus 40 already. We could probably kill the boss next turn and seize if we wanted. You're from Crimea, aren't you? I'm a warrior of the Beast Tribe. Lord Ranulf spoke of you. Doubtless you have noticed that Fort Titana has been taken by Dane forces. Watch your step around that bunch. There's a dangerous mage with them. We of the Beast Tribe find magic, especially fire, particularly threatening. I'm waiting for friends and cannot leave this house, but I would give you this. If you use it, your magic resistance will increase. That's a permanent magic resistance up. Yeah, not entirely garbage. Alright, so the thing is, we got a little bit of bonus episode here for you guys. Because if you don't care about bonus XP and beating the map efficiently, which I don't really care, there is something kind of funny we can do on a few maps. I believe this is the first one where it's really feasible. This does, like, I do want to move everyone down. But yeah, on turn 11, we could get 240 bonus XP. So is it worth not getting 240 bonus XP to spend the next however many turns I want grinding and getting some extra value? Well, that's kind of up to you to decide personally if you're playing along. If you want low turn counters at your credits to be like, we beat the entire game in, you know, minimum number of turns or something, yeah, you're not going to do stuff like this. But that's not necessarily my plan, right? I want... So there's a reason I'm doing this too. Whenever they transform, they the map scrolls over to them, basically. So if they're nearer us, it will make it would spend less time scrolling the camera, basically, once the whole team is here. So the thing is, this guy has 18 uses of a Night Killer and 25 uses of a Javelin. And he does regenerate forever. Now, you're limited by your own healing and your own weapons to some degree. It's not like you can infinitely grind here. I think if you had access to the convoy, it would be a bit better. And if I really wanted to use Rolf, we would have wanted to bring a couple iron bows. Because this is where he can effectively get, I don't know, level 10 or 12 or something like that if you really want. And if you get enough good levels on him, he will eventually start popping off, I think. I mean, maybe that's a bit of a strong indictment or there. But he will get better, you know, marginally. I don't really care about training him specifically, but getting some levels on Mist sort of incidentally while we heal up, that's fine. Yeah, those transformations. I'm pretty sure I have been here on this map for a significant amount of turns in the past just to do this. But I think we're going to set it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to record it all. I probably won't. But I want to show you guys how to do it at the very least, if you're curious. It's probably a lot safer on emulator where you can do a save state. But there should be a pretty reliable way to get this going. Oh yeah, Mist leveling. You know what? For a natural level with no cheating, not bad. So I think everyone's been healed up. Except herself. Now we've got two healers, they can heal each other. Huzzah! The party's almost back together. Oops. Just casually running around the map. I guess you should be careful about where you position your Lagoos. Because I think if they can attack the boss... Well, depending on which direction you give them, depends on their AI. But yeah, if you're not careful, they can definitely start fighting him. And I think they kill him pretty quickly, honestly. They are pretty strong, wall transformed anyway. So one of the reasons I bought a couple extra heal staves is for this specific cheat, where we're gonna break the boss's weapons, I think. Now, it mostly I would say that mostly matters if you're planning on using Rolf. Rolf, stay by my side. You got it. Hold a minute, that was too easy. What's happening? Nothing, but I'm close. I can protect you. You don't have to worry. Hey, that's my line. Definitely a few of those little conversations snuck in. Let's throw a save down just in case I messed up. I think they're far enough away that they won't interfere. And the map doesn't have to scroll as far. Is there any other talks available? You want to talk to your brother? Rolf! I'm sorry. Oh, why are you apologizing? What? But aren't you here to yell? Why? Should I be yelling at you? I thought maybe my whole decision to fight, and you know, I thought you'd be mad. Oh, I won't complain about the commander's decision. Oh, yay! But stay close. Gotcha. Wait, when did you learn to use a bow? Secret. That's not an answer, you little punk. Suppose you want to talk to Ike or anything. No, that might be all the talking. I don't think there's a easy way to see. Like, there's some games even earlier than Path of Radiance that had a menu that just showed you like all the potential talks early on a map. All right. Okay, so I don't want to kill him. Let's just do one more turn and get started here. So this is going to take a little while. The goal is don't die, don't kill. Who's got the most defense physically? 12, 14... I guess that kind of does it. Oscar, you are the lucky man. 6 plus 20. We'll take some damage, but it's not going to be that bad. I could have started this earlier, I suppose, but... he does have a support with Ike that gives him a void, plus 10, as you can see. Which means it's less likely he gets hit anyway. I suppose you could use Ike, and he'd get the Soren and Oscar supports. We're definitely not going to be leaving animations on, but we'll show the first couple. Death to the rogues who defy Dain. Defend our brethren, erase the shame. So 50% for 6 damage. Not too bad. But he can only do that 24 times. What is... We're able to get 17 avoid on Ike. That puts him at 60. Although the weapon triangle will give him a penalty here. That is pretty good. Even though our defense is a bit lower. Let's cycle that and see if I like it better. None of our weapons really make a difference. People need to be close by if we're going to start doing anything else. So we could start attacking him to do a little bit of damage, but, you know, weapon breaking is kind of a art. So, you're the new commander. Tell me, boy, what cowardly tactics did you employ to fell our brothers? You're about to see. You must have deceived them. There's no way a rebel like you could defeat Dain in a fair fight. From the beginning, every last one of you has underestimated us. Will you never learn? Your refusal to recognize strength and cheating will never... forever keep you at arm's length from victory. Silence, you idiot child. Fine. Have at you. So 48% still, basically the same. And we take more damage. Okay, I mean 9 is fine. Now, I suppose if he doubled... He does have 14 attack speed. If I had someone with good defense... and like 10 attack speed, this would speed it up. Such a thing may not exist in this party. Unless you could weight down. Like if you had like a hammer, we can get down to 10 speed. Is that enough? I think it is. Would we want Boyd to be doubled though? We're looking at 20 base. 13 damage times 2. I mean, you know, maybe. Not sure I'm a huge fan of this idea. Let me back up save. Inevitability save. But we can definitely do some healing here while we're getting set up. Also, I'm going to turn animations off. So yeah, this is a nice opportunity. Part of the reason I want to do this is it's finally a chance for our healers to just get some XP without having to use bonus XP. And look, they get nice little level ups too, right? Okay, how does this look? 58%. He does attack twice. But if he misses, we don't consume a use of the javelin, if I remember correctly. So... Boyd doesn't have enough defense to survive 2 hit 13. You have to heal him every turn. Or you can use a vulnerary. We got... Vulneraries are pretty cheap, too. I mean, he will level up. This is not quite as efficient as I was hoping. Like, I'd rather take 2 hits and then heal it all. We're just gonna level up off 1 damage. Should we save scum an enemy phase level up? There you go. Good job. Yeah, so Mist doesn't heal anywhere near enough. This is enough. We don't need to... I'm trying not to overheal too much. I think Reese can heal exactly as much damage as the boss can deal in 2 hits. Alright, next level, or next time we get a level, and yeah, we're burning through it pretty quick, I think. As long as you don't dodge as much. Alright, and then, yeah, let's see if we can... This is probably not a super efficient way of, you know, getting a good level up, but it's kind of funny, right? Enemy phase, 1 XP. What do you... Can you give yourself a level? You sure can. I didn't need to save. That's fine. So I think the funny thing is, I give him the band... I forget what the soldier band even gives. Hold on, just a sec. I feel like it's not even giving us the stats we're trying to get. This is HP defense. Yeah. Because I wanted to work on his bulk, because I know his defense is low, and HP could always use a little bit of a bump. And it's like, nope. The game refuses to actually give him defense up. I think that's definitely our biggest weakness with Boyd right now. He's got a good amount of hit points. His damage and speed is pretty solid. But his defense is basically nothing. Oh, did our speed go up? We're not doubled anymore. Dang it. Is there anyone else that can be doubled and not die? We need to get to what? 10 speed again? Yeah. 10 speed via weighting down. Pretty hard to do. I could have brought some different weapons, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there's really any. Alright. We're only going to take 1 at a time. We might as well just take a bit less damage then. I mean, it depends what you're looking for. More damage, I guess, means more healing XP, but... It is like I don't know, it's a choice. Like, we are spending resources to do this. For one, I'm giving up the BXP for this battle, but I'm also using a fair amount of gold's worth of healing staves, for instance. Just to get us started. Now, I should probably be doing some damage on him too, like on player phase. You need to be careful that we don't kill him. But this also uses a in theory, charge of his javelin. I should have been doing this from the beginning. If I'm trying to be, like, somewhat turn efficient to get this done without wasting 100 turns. I've heard rumors that there's kind of a glitch where the turn counter gets too high and the game crashes. I don't think I've ever seen it. But that regeneration is what we want to take advantage of. If we really... Depending on who you're trying to do. Like, the idea here is if you want to train Rolf, you need an enemy that doesn't have a weapon, basically, so he can attack and not get absolutely stomped on. I suppose I should be prioritizing Mist. I'll get Reese one more level up, and then we'll focus on Mist XP, I think. So what do you think? Cool strategy, dumb strategy, Ankylo strategy, cheating? It's a bit slow. I think there are other bosses you can set this up a little bit easier. But this is the earliest one you can do, I think. And especially because it's the map you get Mist and Rolf on, I'm always tempted to spend more time here just to get them caught up a little bit. Yeah, we're getting there. You do get a fair amount of XP for hitting him. I think that's why I originally thought of doing this for this map. Because he is promoted level 3, he might be the best just... If you can at least do 1 damage to him, you actually get a decent amount of XP compared to a lot of enemies, because he's promoted. I'm not sure we're going to get a level here, but just in case. Close. If you really want to min-max, and you also try to rig your levels to be better than they should be. There's only so much of that I like to reload. Sometimes you just gotta keep what you get, you know? However, that doesn't mean I can make sure we don't get a completely garbage level. Yeah, strength, luck, resistance, fine. I would say Oscar stats are pretty decent for level 16, right? Stronger than Ike. Yeah. So, like, level, is this another level up? I generally don't do, any kind of stat priority for healers, but if you wanted to promote Reese and use him as a combat unit, he definitely needs magic and speed, and a bit of strength, maybe, for weighing down his tunes. But I would say that's not very likely my strat. How are you doing here? 6 more? Do I keep going Oscar? He just got a level up. I think we keep using him because he's got the defense. Actually, no, this is a kill. We can't. Never mind. That's why I figured I should start damaging the boss a little bit earlier, because more so than breaking his weapons, we're kind of limited by how fast he heals. Skill defense. You know what? That 1 point of defense, you take that. That's a little bit of survivability for you. Kotaf. Come on, Kotaf. Maybe I should have, like, explicitly, not had the avoid. Honestly, I think that was a mistake. It's only plus 10, but because dodging the javelin is actually bad for our, you know, for my purposes. Okay, Reese hit level 11. Definitely funnel the rest into Mist for the most part. I'm not sure how much I want to use her, but if I can get her a few level ups, it won't feel too bad. Probably. I mean, she's got to get a few stats, or she just gets one shot by enemies. Basically, she needs some HP, some speed, you know, the usual. I can also speed it up with my emulator speed up settings. It messes with the music and stuff. So what are we looking at? Maybe 10 or 15 minutes to get at least the javelin broken. The other weapon has a lot less charges on it, and it's a little bit easier to set up, I think. Well, just have to unequip one of my weapons, but it'll be fun. 3 more? Yeah. Let's speed this up a little bit, but you guys see how this goes. The high-pitched chipmunk. Great. We get a Mist level. That's 1 remaining. All right, let's do Mist level 3. Yeah. So this is simply garbage level protection. Garbage level protection times 2. This is our, like, low levels, come on. There you go, magic speed, there. Healing up a little bit, and javelin gone. Alright. Alright, next phase. So now, if you're using Rolf, that's all you need to do. Like, if the goal was to train Rolf up, now we can attack for 1 damage with no risk of follow-through. I'm not actually going to bother, because I'm not going to use Rolf. But this is the kind of damage you can do. 1... and we got almost 20 XP. So if you want, especially if you brought some iron bows and stuff, you can totally get a few levels on this guy. Sucks. Now, if we want to also break the Night Killer, we need to be a little bit more careful. I do want to break that sword. So we deal 5, and then it breaks. He deals 10. So we just wait here, I think. This is more just cleaning up my inventory a little bit. Ike, I don't really want to grind here at all. He's already close enough to his max. No point getting him there. Okay, we cleaned up the inventory. That was that. Honestly, these guys are very high level. The people that I care about are probably more like the mages that are lower level. And if anyone, getting a couple more levels on Marcia would be nice. How does this fight look? 12 damage. 12 damage. I don't even know if we get XP for that. I know I have a couple spare javelins. We could just start chipping like this with her. 37%. Do you lose the javelin if you miss? I think we just... I mean, the enemy did not, but let me double check. Let me just hit him anyway, I guess. You do get a lot of XP. That's solid. So we take 12... Deal 5. Deal 10, technically. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm still deciding how far I want to take this. I want to get the setup, and then I'll probably end the episode once we finish getting the setup. Seeing as we're almost 2 hours in already, dang. Sure, Wrath doesn't really matter. So yeah, breaking the Night Killer, you know, it's just a hassle, right? Did we just hit two, like, 25 or 37%, whatever they were? Ooh, very nice. I didn't even cheat that one. I do think getting a couple of those levels on Marcia will be... That's really what I want to do in this group. Is there anybody else that is going to warrant a couple levels? I'm just going to not bother with Rolf. I don't like him. Maybe Ilyana. Maybe. He's got 7 resistance, so that's not incredibly problematic. I wouldn't mind getting, like, D rank on Soren's Fire. But yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to grind as much here as, you know, theoretically I could. Breaking his javelin was the real trick, though. Wow. That's 3 for 3. Alright, speed up a little bit. Bloom. Oh, I didn't check what I was at. I don't... Yeah, 3 for 3. If you miss, it doesn't cost you anything. Just some time. And I guess it lets them regenerate a little bit. Oh, this brings back memories. Not always good memories. The Cheatin Ankylo is back. Red Ankylo in the flesh. This is why you tune into my channel. Those of you still here. Not falling asleep. Super cheap. I'm definitely not going to do this one very often. I think if there's a couple more situations in the game where this is something I'll show. I guess the thing is, I feel like I'm invested now. I could have got 300 bonus XP, and that's around 2.5, 3 levels at this point in the game. So I want to make sure I get more than that for sticking around, right? Now, besides the bonus XP, you do get weapon XP, which is something that bonus can't help you with. Okay, we got a lot of good hits early on, and now we're missing. How bad is his... Yeah, we can throw a couple fires in there as he's healing up. I have a feeling we're, like, not too far away from D-rank fire, so... No crit chance, no double chance. Oh, we could add F. There is always a double chance. So we have to be extra careful when we use people with skills. Unless you want to save constantly. I think I get one more level up on Marcia, and I'm going to end the episode. I know it's a little silly, but I will pick up next episode just showing you the outro, basically. In fact, I'll do the preps and stuff again. There's no more, like, you know, the chapter's over, right? There's nothing else to really talk about. But I think I do want to get Marcia to, like, level 10 or 11 or something like that. And I'm not sure if there's anyone else that's going to get a lot of levels. Maybe just 1 or 2. But I wanted to show how to set this up. And I think I've done my job. Unfortunately, javelin grinding like this is a bit weak. I mean, to be fair, there's nothing stopping me like doing this for 1 damage. A little bit more likely to hit, and we get the level up. Uh-huh. I'll get this level up on camera, and then I think we'll call it a day. A day and a half. Save. Slimlands. Hit. Level. Is that good enough? That's pretty good. We didn't get strength. So, what I'm really looking for is to get her enough strength. Hopefully to use like a javelin. Iron lance is already good. Maybe a steel lance. So probably like 11 or 12 strength. And then she stops getting slowed down, which would make a pretty huge difference. The defense point, certainly not a bad idea either, because she is a bit fragile. So I'm not going to do a ton of min-maxing, but I'm going to get her a couple more levels. And that helps Mist get a couple more staff and levels and stuff. I don't know. We'll see how long it goes. But I will, I'll save here once I'm ready to kill the boss next episode, basically. So, hey, there you go. A little bit of cheating Ankylo, a little bit of a longer episode today. We'll conclude the story here. Actually, you know what? It's actually very easy. I'm just going to make a save now. Kill him. And then I can reload and do this a little bit more on my own time. But I can show you the proper ending in this episode. That's probably better. Boy, you got this, right? 14, no. So yeah, I'm very confident we could have killed him, you know, around max BXP if we wanted. Definitely worth good XP. The arm scroll lets you get +1 weapon rank. There's certain people that really get a lot of value out of it, usually right after promotion, where they learn a new weapon skill, and then they can't really equip much, but you use this, and suddenly they can equip actually good stuff. Or you just sell it for a bunch of money. Also fair. Alright, I'll be back. I'll do a little bit more grinding on him later. We defeated their commander, but we still don't know what they were after. It seems unlikely they were merely pursuing Princess Elincia. I wonder if Dane is planning to invade Gallia. Perhaps Crimea was only a stone in which to wet their blades. No matter the motive, the fact remains that Dane crossed the border. Under such circumstances, hostilities between Dane and Gallia could break out at any time. War. War never changes. If war erupts between the Bjork and Laguz, it's only a matter of time before the other nations are involved. Look, you just had one nation, like, instant invade and conquer their ally. They threw off the balance of power. In any normal geopolitical system, everyone would be coalitioning Dane right now. Because they just, like, doubled their land size and completely destroyed another enemy nation, like, overnight. Everyone surrounding them would be like, oh no, we're next. Because, like, they're next. Could Dane truly mean to set the land aflame? I mean, that's how this goes. If that happens, many of our citizens will be sacrificed on the altar of their ambition. We, too, need to choose which side to move, whose side to take. Look, is there any choice? Are we going to join the baddies? We'll never support Dane. Unthinkable. Captain Titania, we are human. Would you truly have a son? Why? Soren? Bad. Bad Soren. Look, just because they've got some fur doesn't mean they're that different. Are you going to sit there and argue about a war that hasn't even started? You Bjork are so timid. Pathetic. Leith, please stop. Alright, you two. You think it's gonna be war? Our claws are sharp. If Dane invades, we're ready. If our king wills it, war will come. I like it not. War bring pain. Sorrow. Enough. We've lost so much time. Let us make for the palace. We must reach tonight's camp before the sun sets. Still far? Oh, on your skinny Bjork legs, very far. But we'll do what we can. Okay, a little bit more story. Super episode. Meanwhile, in Castle Gallia. My Lord Ike, everyone. Princess, I heard about Commander Grail. I don't know what to say. Don't worry. We're alright. We'll get by. Oh, Ike. King has arrived. Hey there. Thank you for coming to Gallia. I'm Kenigus. I don't know. Kineas, probably. Ruler of the Kingdom of Gallia. These are the Grail mercenaries. I am their commander. You've done well, Pop. I didn't recognize you. What? Last you were here, you were a small child. Oh, is that you, Titania? Good to see you. The pleasure is mine, Your Majesty. Oh, you're friends, huh? How does the king know me? I have something I must tell you about your father. Great. Leith, Mordecai, leave us. Prepare rooms so our guests may have a place to rest and heal. At once, my lord. Would it be best if I were to leave? No, princess. I would have you stay, and this one as well. Hey, Gifka. What's up? This is Gifka, my shadow. Pay him no heed. Then you would no more heed than the air. Understood. I would have Titania and Soren. Me? So be it. Now then, where to begin? Titania, how much did Grail tell him? Ha ha. Ike was raised with zero knowledge of Gallia. He doesn't even recall being there. Is that so? Then it is best for me to tell me what I know. Although, it is not that much. Alright, just get it over with. Tell me what I need to know. You have good eyes, honest, brave, and see your father in you. Long ago, Grail, your father, worked as a mercenary for Gallia. We forged a strong bond, he and I. To speak truly, I still did not trust the Bjork. But your father was different. Princess Alincia's father, King Ramon, and his brother, Lord Renning, are also of a different kind. All were exceptional men. Men in whom one could put his trust. Oh, Titania, you are an exception as well. Among Bjork females, you are unique. You are most gracious. My father was a mercenary for Gallia. Correct, and you and your sister were born here. You stayed for a short time, but your childhood was spent within these borders. Mist and I born here? Really? I don't even remember this. And I feel your parents were carrying a dark secret. Someone was hunting them, I'm sure. Once, 10 years ago, after your mother was slain, your father chose to leave. Before he left, I went to him and asked him to share his tale. I asked him, why are you being chased? Is there anything I could do to help? But I was unable to loosen his tongue. And then I heard he had returned to Gallia, and I thought I had another chance to hear his tale. His fate is black indeed. If I had been faster, if I had hastened my steps, perhaps things would be different. Wait, now I understand. The voice, that was you. His wound was fatal. I could do nothing. I thought it best not to interfere in his final moments, so I remained here. Tell me, Ike. At his last, did he confess anything? The identity of the Black Knight? Did he reveal it? The Black Knight? No, I don't even know who he is. My father entrusted me with his command, told me to trust King Kineas, and to live peacefully. He said to forget everything. Is that so? Well, let me do as I can. If any of your mercenaries desire to live here, I will arrange it. I will vouchsafe them homes and land. Your kindness is appreciated, but speaking for myself, I could not live here, not in peace. I will avenge my father. I cannot so quickly forget his past or the Black Knight. But Ike! Yeah, I know I'm not strong enough. I need a few more level ups and a promotion. An opponent who could defeat my father is well beyond my reach. But that's why I've devoted myself to growing even stronger. I will lead my father's mercenaries and prepare for the day when my chance for revenge arrives. A prudent course of action. You look as one who would be more impulsive, but you are Grail's son. Ha! You matured, Ike. It seems like just yesterday you were merely a child. Oh, Titania. Well, now I would ask a boon of you. The strength of your mercenary band, Ike, would you lend it to Princess Alincia? Seriously? King Kineas! Gallia and Crimea are allied nations that cannot be denied. However, this alliance in reality binds only the royal families. It is not respected by our citizens. The people of Gallia are seldom seen in Crimea, And even though our nations are friends, the people of Crimea have little real understanding of the Greeks. Many still call them subhuman and so forth. My father's heart was filled with shame over what you described. More than in any king in our history, he wanted to deepen relationships. But perhaps this is why Dain targeted him. Their hatred of the Laguz is well known. Could it be? In my heart of hearts, I would like to take guardianship of Princess Alincia and assist in rebuilding Crimea. However, anti-Bjork sentiment is running high. If we were to offer safe harbor to Alincia, I feel many of our elder statesmen would protest. They would say that we are giving Dain an ideal excuse to attack. Which means Gallia can't offer any help. Unfortunately, it is true. Good alliance, great. My Lord Ike, King Cineas, has advised me to return to the Benyan theocracy. That they will help. He said we should make of Benyan a formal request and gain the support of their shields. Benyan, I believe, is the largest country on the continent. But passes to Benyan will require several months at sea and maybe an escort. As you know, we lack the numbers to serve as a complete mercenary army, but if the princess is willing to hire an escort, it would be an offer beyond our expectations. Titania, Soren, I think perhaps we should accept the king's offer. Is what you want, Commander? Well, our job's to follow. However, you wish to proceed is fine. I will do all in my power to ensure our road leads to success. Understood. For now, the Grail mercenaries assume the honor in serving escort to Princess of Crimea. Princess Alincia, our journey together will undoubtedly be a long one. May we serve you well. Oh, thanks. I pray that I will be worthy. It's a lot to say. Hey, Gid, did your dad tell you anything? No? Darn. Hey, you want to work for this princess? Can't really do that. Okay, cool. It is always different when you're reading things out loud, but I do find in a lot of games, especially Fire Emblem and other story-based RPGs, it's like when you're speaking aloud, you realize just how much duplicate talk there is. I wonder if it's on purpose. Like, do the game writers literally add in repetitive dialogue to really like make sure the players notice it? Because we're, maybe the reading comprehension levels are not always that great. But I do get a little critical sometimes when I'm like, man, beating around the bush when you say something and then the person you tell repeats the same words back and then you repeat the same words back. Is that how real conversations work? I don't think so. There's a certain artificial quality in some game text that it's like, a writer was writing it, but they never thought, what would this sound like if someone said it? So maybe one of the reasons voice acting is perhaps slightly better. I don't think you need voice acting for a game to be good, but it does translate some, perhaps not totally fluent text conversation into a more natural language. And I think the voice actors and the directors might notice the dumb stuff once you hear it out loud spoken, maybe, is kind of what I'm thinking. Anyway, it's not like this is terrible or anything, but some games I feel like it definitely it's a pet peeve of mine sometimes when the dialogue is like, I'm not gonna like, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not a writer either, really, but like it feels like, schoolish, like high school, kids writing, but not having that experience of professionalism. 2005, these guys had professional writers, I'm pretty sure, but anyway, this episode has gone on way super long. I need to either accept this or split the preps out a little better in the future. I don't know. I also spent a lot of time doing my silly setup. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, that's the end of that. So when we come back next episode, we'll be back on this screen, but I will have finished messing around here a little bit longer. And I'll have the preps for the next battle ready as well, because I think as we get later into the game, it does take longer and longer to get ready for the fights. And I want to share some of it with you. Don't worry. But if I'm going to spend 2 hours on an episode, I don't want an hour of it to just be, inventory micromanagement. And the storytelling, like, I was a little bit worried about this. Not every chapter's like it, but there's a lot of dialogue in this game. And unless you're speed reading it or skipping it, it can take a while. So anyway, like I said, I need to wrap this up. I will come back and I'll give you a short summary of how silly the grind was here, and we'll show you off a probably better Marcia when we come back. We're not going to level 20 or anything, but I'd like to get her a few levels. Hope you guys enjoyed. I still really love this game. I'm not sure how my silly cheating approach is good for like content or anything, and I don't think I'll be doing this a lot in the future, but for once, kind of a funny little trick you can do. That's all for now. Hope you've enjoyed and have a great day.